On Tuesday, September 12, 2023, Bergie, from Love Island USA Season 5, had an Instagram story Q&A. This is what happened.
What is up, everybody? I'm going to start these Ask Me Anything questions. There's a ton of them. First off, my allergies are acting up, so my left eye is not as wide open as my right eye. It's pretty crazy. And yeah, so I'm just going to answer these Ask Me Anything questions. There's a lot of them. We'll probably be here a while if you're going to watch all of them, but here we go. What is my favorite food? My favorite food is definitely ice cream. I don't think that's a surprise to anybody. And then my favorite drink is chocolate milk. This is absolutely crazy. We've only been together 6 weeks, but I did write down a little bit of what I think. So Taylor and I have actually had a discussion about maybe getting engaged and what a time frame looks for that. We talked about we believe 2 to 3 years is probably a good time frame. You don't want to rush into things. A year I feel like is rushing it. But then you get to see after 2 years, doing all those family holidays and seeing all those family events, you get to see how you're reacting with one another, traveling. We're definitely trying to make this work long distance. So just seeing how we spend time together, I think is a huge one. Making sure we want to share the same amount of kids, sharing those same values, financial values is huge too. You both want to have the same financial goals. You don't want to be this person's spending money on this and this person's spending money on this. That's not a huge issue, but when you look at it long-term wise, that can be an issue. So you want to make sure you're just down, you have the same financial goals, religion goals, kid goals, marriage goals. You just want to make sure. So my mom is actually from Denmark, so I do have that Danish background, but this is Norwegian. My great-great-grandfather, I believe, was from Norway. He moved to America in 1910. So that's just kind of my background. That's why I have the last name Bergersen, and Karsten comes from the Denmark background with my mom. My favorite thing about being on Love Island was meeting all the cool people with all these different backgrounds, not just the cast, but some of the producers and the talent managers when I was in my hotel. There's so many cool people from all over the world that have a passion for this that I never expected. I love people that have passion, and you can just see the people that work on the show just have super passion about what they do. I played college football for Dakota State. I was a safety for them. I wasn't the best player on the team, but I got my job done. I did what my team needed me to do, and that was that. The thing that I love about Taylor is that I can be my true authentic self around her, and she appreciates everything that I bring to the table. I can be funny, I can be awkward. I don't have to be someone else. I'm just Bergie, Karsten, that's who I am. And then I also feel like I can accomplish anything with her. She has my best interest out for me. With other girls, I felt I was being used. I was just a piece on the table. They didn't really care for me. With Taylor, she wants the best outcome for me. And I just appreciate that. And I just want to give her the best outcome for her as well. Did any of you feel isolated with not being able to leave the villa? I absolutely wanted to leave the villa sometimes. Not because I was always socializing. I was always in a chat. I couldn't get any alone time. And I'm not a very social person in my day-to-day life. I like having conversations with the people I want to talk to, but sometimes you have to talk to people you don't want to talk to in the villa. Or, you're just around everybody all the time. And it's just I'd like my alone time. So I would want to be more isolated sometimes and get away from the villa. When I first came out of the villa, I saw I was getting a lot of hate for this because in the beginning of the show, I said I'd move for someone if I was interested in them. And Taylor and I had this discussion in the villa too. She said she just moved to Texas and she's just still getting to know the area. She's not sure if she wants to spend the rest of her life there. So she didn't want someone to move for her in that scenario, just because then if something doesn't work out, then you moved all your stuff there and your family's still back somewhere else. So we had that conversation. And then moving in together, we discussed we wouldn't move in together until we both got engaged, just because with a lease or a property, if you both bought a house together, that could get really messy really fast. So we probably won't move in together until we're engaged, but I could see myself moving closer to Dallas or Texas for PT school and then seeing where things go from there. Being called Karsten or Bergie was definitely a big discussion before heading into the villa. The producers asking as well, what do you want on your water bottle? What do you want people to call you? And my college friends were all telling me, you have to go by Bergie because that's what we know you by. But if I think I talked to my family before going in, I would have been Karsten because that's what everybody in my family calls me. I love either one. I think Karsten's such a cool, unique name. And Taylor is now in the problem area of when she's around my family, everybody's calling me Karsten, and she's got to get used to that now because everybody in my family calls me Karsten. But when I'm around my friends, everybody's calling me Bergie. So it's I'm either or. Best guy friends from the villa are definitely going to be Keenan, Harrison, Marco, and probably Kenzo. Like, all of those guys were awesome while I was in the villa. Harrison helped me out a couple times. I don't know if people saw that. Keenan was my go-to guy in the beginning of the show. And then Kenzo, like, helped me through some problems. And then Marco towards the end of the show, our friendship was so strong. We were this never got shown, but we were jumping on a flamingo for like half an hour trying to both be on the same flamingo in the pool. We were having so much fun. Like, we'd get on it, one of us would fall off, and we were just both trying to ride the same flamingo. And Marco and I just could do the silliest crap together and just have the best time. I hope you guys enjoy looking at the beard. This is the first time I grew it out, and I am keeping it for the foreseeable future, and you're going to definitely see it on a lot of different things. All right, the best Blizzard flavor from my season, like right now, my best Blizzard flavor recommendation would be the Oreo hot cocoa, add cookie dough. The two biggest obstacles that Taylor and I are going to be facing right now is definitely the long distance. That's an obvious one. And the second one is she got the all clear from my family. Everybody's liking her. They're like, you guys are perfect for each other. So now I just need to get that from her side of the family and friends. So I'm going to go down to Dallas now. Hopefully all her friends say I'm the greatest guy ever. And then I'll go to California and hopefully they say the same thing. So that's like our two biggest challenges right now. Honestly, I have no idea who will get married first. I hope nobody rushes into marriage and then that ends up being like a big no, and then they have like that whole divorce. Like, that's terrible. I only want to get married once, and I hope for everyone else to only get married once. And then what's the other thing? Yeah, I just hope everybody stays together is kind of my biggest thing. Like, Love Island doesn't have the best track record for couples making it through like the first year even. I think from last year, season 4, Sydney and Isaiah are the only couple still together. And then season 3, I think it's Kira and Will. So yeah, I hope like we just all stay together and have the biggest Love Island season of couples actually staying together. Like, that's my biggest goal. I don't care if anybody gets married right now. I just want everybody to make it a full year of being in their couples. Let's see who's still together in a year. Yes, I still want to go to physical therapy school. I just got back way too late to get ready for physical therapy school for You Mary this year. So I'm in deferment this year, and I'm just pursuing all these opportunities that were just given after Love Island. I'm going to pursue them and see what happens. But I think long-term plan is still going to physical therapy school. And yeah, just go to physical therapy school. I think it's a great career. It's something I've always wanted to do. It's something I still want to do. It's very stable, very livable income. So yeah, that's my like main goal right now for career-wise is physical therapy. Unless something picks up this next year, I'm not banking on it. So my plan is to go to physical therapy school. I'm going to answer the first part of this question since I've already answered the second part of this question in a different question. First part of the question, yes, I definitely see Taylor and I working out long term. We already have our flights tentatively planned till Christmas. We know like in October I'm going to Dallas. Then we're going to go to Tampa together. Then we're both going to go to California for Thanksgiving, and then she's going to come up here for Christmas. So that's kind of our plan right now, and we're definitely FaceTiming every night. Last night we FaceTimed so long we both fell asleep with each other, and both our phones died when we woke up this morning. So that was something cool to wake up to. So my favorite kind of music, this is like, I'm not going to go band, I'm going to do favorite kind of music. It's probably going to be like Ed Sheeran, Luke Combs, Morgan Wallen, Fall Out Boys, Imagine Dragons. I'm just into like rock, country, and then we have Ed Sheeran for some love music. I don't know why, but like my music taste is all over. So like favorite band, I'd probably go Fall Out Boys. So I'm guessing this means like right after Anna left, and then I was just left single while everybody else was coupled up. At that point, I was just like, I was ready to go home. I didn't really want to be there anymore. I was just like, all right, like, just dump me already. And then, you know, America saved me. So I was just like, what the heck am I doing? I wasn't upset at all. I was just curious, like, why I was still there. And I just really didn't understand my purpose. But I think, you know, once I made it to Casa, met Taylor, and then coming out of the villa, like, I really realized what my purpose of being there was. And there's just a ton of guys out there that are inexperienced, and they watch me go through that, and they're like, holy crap, I'm not the only one. And it gave them someone to look up to and inspired, like, just go out there, shoot your shot. Don't worry what other people think about you. You can be weird, you can be awkward. It's not meant to be this clear picture, easy runway. So, yeah. I miss being on Love Island. Not at this very moment. I'm sure there will be a day in the future. It's just right now, like, I got the full Love Island experience. I got eliminated the first night, came back, got to experience everything. Like, I was an OG. I kind of felt like the bombshell when I came back into the villa too. And then I got to do all the challenges. It was really long. I'm just glad to be home. I'm not really missing it right now, but I'm sure there will be a day in the future where I am missing it and the experience. But I have Taylor. Like, I went and I got what I wanted. I got a girlfriend. Taylor and I are FaceTiming every night. Yeah, so like I don't miss Taylor because I still have Taylor from the villa, and that's like the whole reason I went. So like I'm not missing anything right now. Taylor and I are both Christians. I don't know if you saw, but I wore a cross the whole time in Love Island. And then Taylor's got like a faith tattoo on her arm, just like right there. So yeah, we're both Christians. And yeah, I am not going to judge you for putting up your Christmas tree. I absolutely love Christmas, and that's my favorite holiday. I don't think it's ever too early to start celebrating Christmas. Okay, I do, but I'm not going to judge you for it. You do you. Christmas is amazing. Put it up. So Andy and I have actually been texting. We're definitely going to meet up here in the future. He's selling houses. I'm in Minnesota, and he sells houses in my hometown. So we're definitely going to meet up eventually. I just have a lot of stuff going on right now. Like, I just got back from Love Island, but we're definitely going to hang out. That is definitely on the agenda. My life as a Dairy Queen general manager is over. I plan to never work fast food again in my life. That is over. That time of my life is done. It was great for college because I could work around my school schedule, work schedule with my other personal training job that I was doing. So I'm glad to be finally done with that. And new job, you're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm getting better at social media. We're gonna have some collabs coming up, giveaways, and then we also have another project coming up. I haven't watched the show back yet. I'm just going to assume it did just because of how awkward and cringy I was. And I've just seen clips on Instagram and TikTok. And I'm like, God dang it. Why do I look like that? Why did I do that? Why is my arm like that? Why did I do that? Why did I do the whole show? Like, yeah, so I just can't watch it back just because it's like, God dang it. I'm so cringy and I don't understand why I'm doing any of those things. So probably won't be watching it back for a while. Yes, I have been up there and I've absolutely enjoyed it. Itasca State Park is beautiful up there. I have a cabin up in Cross Lake, Minnesota. Absolutely gorgeous up there as well. And yeah, I have like a picture from when I was like 10 years old crossing the headwaters of Mississippi. I haven't really been up there because there's not really anything else to do. I'd rather be on a boat than cross the headwaters again. But yeah, I thought it was gorgeous. So I ran into the villa yelling, "Let's go." And then I don't know, I must have said it like 2 or 3 times that day, and someone's like, "You say let's go a lot." I'm like, I do say let's go a lot. So I'm just like, I'm going to over-exaggerate this. So then I was just like, let's go. And every time I got a text, I was like, let's go. I got a text. Like, you just got to enjoy it. Enjoy the ride. Let's go. Just hang out. Let's go on a cruise. Just relax. Let's go. You know, take a shot every time I say let's go when you watch Love Island. Just tell me if you wake up the next day. Let's go. So I didn't know this before going to Love Island, but I am definitely a stress eater. Anytime there's like a recoupling, a dumping, or anything, we had like a cookie jar where we'd fill the cookie, like you'd fill the jar of cookies. And I would just eat the whole thing anytime I was stressed out. So like we tried to guess how many cookies I ate in my time in the villa, because Marco just knew, like, when I was stressed out, I was just eating the cookies. Like I'd eat like 5 cookies in a handful and it'd be ridiculous. And Marco and I tried to guess how many cookies I ate. We guessed around 820 cookies since being in the villa. It was like 20 cookies a day. Like I was eating cookies left and right. Taylor and I were so busy, we never got the chance to finish the Lego set or really even start the Lego set. We were so focused on the live stream. Then we went to bed, and then we had to wake up and then go do interviews and just go back and forth, meet my family. So we had a really busy day, really busy week. Like we never stopped moving when she got here. So we never got a chance to sit down and like finish the Lego set. So now we plan on finishing the Lego set during Christmas. So we're going to still be together at Christmas time. So be ready to tune in on that live when we're building the Lego set during Christmas. We'll be wearing Santa hats. I have no plans on getting my ears pierced. Maybe I should. I'll make a post tomorrow on my story and asking people, should I get my ears pierced? Should I get my nose pierced too? Just make it all 3. Just go crazy. Get my eyes pierced. But yeah, maybe I should get my ears pierced. Go just a little bit. Before working at Dairy Queen, I worked at a Hy-Vee grocery store. Then I worked at Dairy Queen. Then I worked at Hy-Vee again because like COVID. And then I worked at Dairy Queen again. And then I also worked as a group fitness instructor. I had an amazing class of 60 to 85-year-olds that would come in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday and train from 6 a.m. I had a class at 6 a.m. and then I had a class at 8:30. So I'd train him every day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we just had the best time together. Honestly, I can't lie. I just want to go see Taylor. Like, I'm not really anything excited. We could be going to, like, I was going to say North Dakota, but, like, I was almost moved to North Dakota. Like, the most boringest place in the world, and I'd just be excited to go see Taylor. Like, I'm not really excited about anything else in Texas besides going to see Taylor. I definitely want to start a YouTube channel, like a Taylor and me YouTube channel, maybe like a cooking channel. I love cooking and baking. I don't know if you guys saw my cake on Love Island. It was actually really good. I know they probably made it seem like it was really bad, like I forgot to turn the oven on and stuff, but it was really good still. We can ask the other islanders what their thoughts were. I made 3 different cakes. And then, yeah, so I'd love to do a cooking and baking channel, a Taylor and me challenge, and then maybe like another just me vlogging every day channel. But yeah, like I'd love to do YouTube. So I wasn't sure what this meant, so I had to look it up. A deed is a legal document that is signed and delivered, especially one regarding the ownership of property or legal rights. So I'm guessing that's something you sign when you're married, so we haven't done that yet. There will be a how-to video coming very soon, probably tomorrow or Thursday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Probably Thursday or Friday. We're going to have a how to make chocolate chip pancakes with me from Love Island. Or just Bergie or Karsten. I don't know the title yet, but how to make chocolate chip pancakes coming soon. I don't know why I'd moved to Michigan. None of my family's from Michigan, and none of Taylor's family's from Michigan. I don't have any friends in Michigan. I don't know if Taylor does, but maybe one day for whatever reason, but we don't have a reason yet. My favorite girl best friends, because I already said my guy best friends, and I didn't really get a question about girls. Obviously, everyone knows I have a great friendship with Hannah. Probably the best in the villa out of all the guys, too, is probably my friendship with Hannah. And then we have KK, Amani, and Cassie were also really good friends of mine as girls. So I definitely appreciated all of them. Had a great relationship with all of them. I don't know what got shown as friendships because like it's a Love Island show, but I definitely had great friendships with all of them. You do not want to play me at Mario Kart on Rainbow Road. I will wreck your night. I love Browser. Browser is my go-to character, and I am crazy good at Mario Kart. I really didn't think I'd make it that far on Love Island, especially after leaving the first night. I was so uncomfortable. It was a completely different environment. And the other thing, too, is like I went in there, I'm like, I don't know if I see myself with any of these girls. And I don't think any of them saw anything with me either. It was just like my person wasn't in there, and it was pretty obvious. I can't fake anything. Like, if I'm not feeling you, I'm not... Like, I have a hard time having a conversation with someone if I don't see it going anywhere. Like, I can't fake it, and it's just not me. I have not met with any of the other islanders yet. When I got back from Love Island, I was paying for 2 apartments, one in South Dakota, one in North Dakota. So I had to get moved out of my South Dakota one, had to end my lease in the North Dakota one because I wasn't going to school there, had to get all my stuff back to Minnesota. And that's why we didn't go to Disney World. I don't have money. And I didn't have the time. I had to figure out how to get out of those leases and then figure out what I was going to do next in my life, just because I don't have a job either right now. So I'm just looking at my emails, looking at new opportunities. Awesome things are coming. Just keep watching, guys. It's going to be exciting for both of us. I can't wait. So believe it or not, I have ADHD. So when I saw the Love Island application, I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. I could do that. And then I got to Fiji. And then, yeah, I was like, yeah, I could do it. And then I got, like, the first day it ran out. And I'm like, this is a terrible idea. Why did I do this to myself? And then everything just started crumbling from there. Because normally I'm, like, a pretty confident guy. But, like, the one thing I don't have experience in is dating girls. And that's what the show's about. So it's just like, why did I do that to myself? Because any other area of my life, like, I'm confident. Like, I'm going to get straight A's. Like, I'm going to be amazing. And then... yeah, it's like asking a normal person to go on American Idol and sing, and they have no idea how to sing. So that's how I felt. I feel like this would be spoilers, so I'm not going to share, but definitely have an idea. I have never been to Idaho, but my best friend's brother lives in Idaho, and he's like a politician there. So I might go to Idaho soon, and then also my best friend wants to move to Idaho, so I'd probably come visit Idaho in a little bit. Not a little bit, but maybe in a year. Podcasts are getting kind of blown out of proportion. I don't think we'll like start a podcast. We might go do podcasts. We're going to do a podcast. Yeah, we've done the After the Island podcast. I'd go watch that one. That's probably my favorite interview we've done so far is After the Island. Absolutely love Elizabeth and Alex too. And yeah, but I could see us definitely starting a YouTube channel. I know you're not asking are we going to start one, but like I think we're going to start a YouTube channel. She doesn't know yet, but we're going to start one. You have no idea. I would love to do, I'm not going to do it yet, but once I get a YouTube channel going, I'll probably do an episode by episode analysis and talk about what my thought process was going through each day. Like, this is what I was thinking in this moment. This is what I was thinking in this moment. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about production, but I'll just talk about what I was thinking in that moment and like going, holy crap, what is wrong with me? Or like every thought process I was having. I'd love to just talk about it and see what your guys' thoughts about like my thought process was in that moment. I think it'd be really fun. Yeah, I think I really, really, really like Taylor. Like, you could almost call it love. I haven't heard of the Love Island games with 2 S's before. So, games. Yeah, I haven't heard of games. So, to do a games, maybe I'll be interested. Honestly, I feel like I'm the exact same person before leaving to Love Island. The only thing that's really changed in me is probably my confidence around girls. Like, my whole attitude towards my other aspects of life, like lifting, working out, none of that has changed. Like, my confidence didn't change as a whole person, but my confidence around women definitely changed. Like, pursuing a romantic relationship definitely changed. Like, my confidence in that aspect definitely changed. But like, me as a whole individual didn't change that much. But in that aspect of my life, that changed a significant amount. Who the heck is Cameron? I never met a Cameron in the whole season. So, no, I don't wish I was with Cameron. I'm with Taylor, and I don't know who Cameron is. Cameron. I had my first kiss, drunk as all hell, 19 years old, upstairs at a house party. Wasn't really romantic. It was really gross, and I don't remember how it went. Well, I do remember how it went. It was really bad. My favorite thing about Minnesota is the lakes of Minnesota. Nothing beats that. Every day in the summer, Minnesota wins. Like, we beat every other state because we have the lakes in the summertime. In the winter, we lose. We are in last place. It is cold as all hell. Do not be in Minnesota in the winter. But in the summer, go to the lake. We have the best lakes in the world. For those of you that have watched all these Ask Me Anything questions, thank you so much. I'm going to get ready for bed here. Taylor wants to FaceTime. Thanks for listening. We'll definitely do another one. I think I'll do like a YouTube one, so that way like the story gets saved forever, and then you can always go back to those questions. But for now, we're going to keep doing the Instagram ones. I'm getting used to the social media stuff, so we'll definitely do more in the future. Definitely have some big things planned in the future. But thank you so much for listening. Everybody have a great night or good morning whenever you watch these. If you watched all of them, you're a trooper. That was a lot of questions. I definitely want to answer more, but I just got to get ready for bed now. So you guys have a great night.